This is Once He Wants, a Claire King FBI suspense thriller, Book 7, written by Molly Black, read by Theresa. Prologue. Courtney was shivering from cold, shivering from fear, shivering from the horrible dread of what had happened, and even worse, what was going to happen. Her body was convulsed with great raking sobs that amplified the shivers to make it look to any observer that the 28-year-old blonde woman was having some kind of fit. But there was only one observer. When she had woken up in that cramped, dark hellhole, it had not taken her long to understand that she was not going to be able to get out on her own. Her right wrist was cuffed to an iron ring on the brick walls that curved around her, claustrophobically on all sides. The ring was 3 feet off the floor, meaning it was impossible to lie down. She alternatively sat, stood, or knelt, whichever was the least uncomfortable for the next stretch of hours. If she stretched her free hand, she could touch the far wall of her circular cell. Far above her, 50 feet, probably more, there was a circle of light, the light changing as time passed. That circle did 2 things. First of all, it showed her that there still was a world outside of her new caved-in existence, that the old world still existed. Secondly, it enabled her to keep track of time, to help her to try and work out how long she had been chained to the curved, dark, cold brick wall. Courtney had given up after 4 days. Her mind had told her it was better not to know. That time was no longer of any relevance to her, there in her new world. Time only made things worse, and that was the last thing she wanted. That was 2 days ago. Her first few hours after waking up on the first day had been dedicated to trying to escape. She had tried desperately to loosen the iron ring that was attached to the brick wall. It had not taken her long to realize she was never going to either break the cuffs, the ring, or loosen it from the wall. She had as much chance of growing wings and flying out. She could make out metal hoops set into the wall above her. They were like steps or rungs on a ladder, and spaced every foot or so up the wall right to the top. The first started way out of reach, though. She would have needed those wings again, even if she could escape the restraint. She had then tried to pull her hand and wrist through the stainless steel cuff that held her. It had quickly become equally apparent that the only way she was going to get free that way was by amputation. She had read stories of people trapped in car wrecks cutting through their own flesh, sinew and bones in order to free themselves from the vehicle that ensnared them. But she knew that she would never be able to do that. Or rather that she knew that despite how miserable, scared, and desperate she was, she had not reached that point. Yet. She also knew that she never ever...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?